Hey guys, happy Friday. Wanted to hop on and do a card pull, maybe have a little chat about that card. Let's go ahead and see what the topic is, shall we? What is God, Source, Universe, Light, the deck? What do they want us to tell us today? What do they want us to think about? This one says, I listen with love to my body's messages. I listen with love to my body's messages. And the back says, my body is always working towards optimal health. My body wants to be whole and healthy. I cooperate and become healthy, whole, and complete. Yeah, I think oftentimes our bodies will send messages to us. It could be a stomach ache. It could be exhaustion after hanging out with someone. If you feel super drained after hanging out with someone or even being in someone's presence, that's a message. That's a message that maybe that person isn't healthy for you to necessarily be around, or maybe they're one of those people that you need to learn to set a boundary with. When I first started this journey, it was really hard for me to listen to my body. I didn't even really knew what that meant, to be honest. Of course, I feel my body, I know my body, but there's a difference between feeling your body and feeling things, but then listening to it. I used to be very much subscribed to hustle culture. In fact, I remember when I was a waitress at my first waitressing job, I just would pick up doubles. I would work and I would work, and I'd wake up the next day and I'd pick up a double and do just run myself ragged. And I was going to school at the time too, and there was really work, school, sleep, eat, work, school, sleep, eat, work, school, sleep, eat was my existence. And I was actually very unhealthy at that time in my life too. I was severely underweight. I thought healthy, pretty acceptance came with being skinny. And even saying that out loud just is wild. But I basically would just be in a calorie deficit all the time, to where my body was pretty weak. In fact, I look back on some photos of myself and I just look like I was just skin and bones, and I just thought that I needed to be skinnier. So body dysmorphia is a really real thing, but even more so listening to our bodies. So our bodies hold on to all sorts of different kinds of trauma. There's a hummingbird that's next to me. I just refilled the feeder. Maybe you guys heard her buzzing wings, I hope. What was I saying? Oh yeah, our bodies keep the score, right? There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score, and essentially emotions that we do not process get stuck in our bodies places. They also say you should be a bee, or you'll get an autoimmunity disease. So if you're kind of swallowing your truth all the time and not setting boundaries and kind of being a quote unquote people pleaser, trying to make everyone happy, newsflash, you're not going to make everybody happy. You're never going to be able to make anybody happy. I've tried it. I've tried for 28 years of my life. It's not worth sacrificing your own health and your own well-being, because you need to make yourself a priority in your life for you to be able to shine and also help other people shine. This hummingbird is just so close to me, guys. She's 4 feet from me, eating from the feeder, and I would turn it around and show it to you, but I'm afraid we'll scare her off. You'll just have to take my word for it, but she's super cute. So yeah, you need to listen to subtle cues in your body. If your body's tired, you need to rest. If you're stressed out, it's really easy to not think you're stressed out, because I know me, I'm one of those people that I do really well under pressure. I've always done well under pressure. I almost feel crazy calm under pressure, because that's kind of what my nervous system was regulated for. And you have to intentionally take time to slow down and not constantly be rushing, constantly be striving, constantly what's next, what's next, what's next. Seriously, just taking some time to sit and focus on your breath without technology, without talking all the time to someone about it, because sometimes we can get stuck in this rumination phase of just like, oh, this, I can't stop thinking, I can't stop thinking. And like, that can cause a lot of damage to your body if you're constantly in that rumination, like hamster wheel thinking of thought. Just something to consider. But yeah, I think it's learning how to get clear with what you want and how you want to process things in life. Because if you don't process your emotions, it can get really rough really quickly. And like, I think people are oftentimes afraid to feel their emotions because they're like, well, I don't want to feel mad, I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to feel angry. Well, like, the fact of the matter is emotions really only last like 30 to 90 seconds. So if you just allow yourself to be angry or be sad and just sob it out, scream, cry, like, obviously, like, you don't want to dysregulate other people while you're trying to process these things. And it's going to happen, we're human. But just allow yourself to feel it and feel it fully and give yourself permission to feel it. Like, I'm constantly just telling people that come to my events, like, I'm allowed to feel X. Like, name it. Because I remember the first time I let myself feel my feelings, because it was always like, shove them down. You don't feel that way. Keep pushing. Pull up yourself by your fucking bootstraps and keep going, right? I remember being like, I'm allowed to feel upset about this. And I just cried. Like, it just like washed over me. And like, within 45 seconds, 30 seconds, it was like, oh, like processing it and letting it move through my body rather than shoving it down and keeping it in until, eventually it turns into some autoimmunity disease or something. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go, if you're still with us. Hopefully you didn't click off. Let's get a Love Who You Are card. What do we need to love and remind ourselves that we love about ourselves today? This one says, love who you are. Love who you are. Deck one of the, or card one of the deck. Love who you are. It says, fall in love with you. Spend quality time with your most intimate self. Ask your heart what makes her happy, free, alive, radiant, and honor what you hear. Ask your mind what brings her burden, stress, anxiety, overwhelm, and respect what she tells you. Act in service to your deepest truth. Don't fall in love with your potential. Fall in love with all of you. Deep in the fierce hot flames of your reality, this is where you get your shine. Daring to love all that has made you who you are today. Owning it, claiming it, celebrating what you have become right here and right now. Love who you are. Love who you are. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me ramble. Hope to catch you soon. Much love, and as always, wherever life takes you, grow.